Because I do have the Exceed skin from the Kickstarter campaign, so I kind of have to play Mechazor. I'm contractually obligated. Abyss Mechs. I think it might be possible. Because you've got a lot of good stuff. You know what I mean? I'm just going to use Demonic Lure and Spectral Blade and everything to exist in the early game. Consuming Rebirth to maybe do some shenanigans with using the Dying Wish on my mechs. And then we just get to Mechazor and win. Nether summoning? If we hit, like, Helm of Mechazor, like, we do a bunch of trades, then Nether summoning, it's actually kind of sick. I happen to have a couple copies, too, so I could probably just run Emerald Rejuvenator, because we're kind of light on 4-drops, to the Dark Gundam. Which is, you know, that G Gundam reference.
Abyssian versus
Let's see if it works, chat. Alright, Helm. MECHAZ0R Assassin hits Glacial Elemental. We're also looking for Spectral Blade in this matchup. It was a 6-drop. Abyssian has insane options at 2 mana, which made it a 1-of if you were feeling spicy. Oh, that's true. Yeah, Legacy is unranked. Mesmerize? Okay. We finally did it, chat. We got locked in Diamond, and now we're in Weenie Hut Juniors. We get to play against the good stuff. Oh my god, this is gonna be a fantastic game. I can't even play it too, Jeff. Oh my god. So I can ramp. I can ramp to 2. And then air drop the wings and then play Helm. So I think we're fine. Oh yeah, look at this great swarm I got going on here. I was trying something like this with mana crystals. I think that when Mesmerize was revealed, like that rework, I was actually thinking that there could be some sort of like Mesmerize tempo deck. But it turns out that Vanar doesn't need to do anything cheeky to generate tempo. They just play Femra War Master. No punch. I'm secretly trying to set up a Nether summoning turn. Do you have the card where you kill your stuff and spawn it again? Yeah, I've got Consuming Rebirth in here. I'm just kind of playing it in a chill pace. No, they're de-ramping and they're ramping back up. We're playing a real card game. It's turn 3 and I'm on 3 mana. Just gonna smork. Anyone figure out a new combo for Bacon Songhai yet? The big bursty Songhai combo is actually Crimson Viper. Scarlet Viper, I mean. With just double inner focus and Saberspine Seal or whatever. Is usually the big burst combo. Tuskboar is also just good, but... $40... 50, 60, 40, no, 40, 60, 80. Let me see. So 40, 60, 80. I trade. Wings of Mechazor Ritual Banishing. Oh, I'm actually only on 4 mana, so I have to do Wings of Mechazor Consuming Rebirth. You summon the Mechazor near Vanar, by the way, because of Chromatic Cold. Chromatic Cold doesn't target the unit, because Mechazor has Veil. It can't be targeted by spells, but Chromatic Cold has the unique property of targeting the tile underneath a unit. So it bypasses Veil, aka Spell Shield. But it's not Spell Shield in the traditional sense of I block the effect of a spell. It simply cannot be targeted. Mobius? What the? Why are you de-ramping and then ramping and then playing Mobius? The Void Pulse is in the deck just for that little bit of extra healing, a little bit of face damage, but also it's a really cheap card so we can keep our hand emptied, and then we don't burn our Mechazor when we need to go for it. Oh god, Songhai. Aggro beats Mechazor, so this is going to be a hard game. Unless we turbo. I probably should have mulliganed the Nether Summoning and look for more pieces. Because basically this game is going to be the turn before Mechazor comes down, I'm going to explode. I'm going to summon Sword of Mechazor here on the mana tile. Just so that they don't walk forward and play like Kaido and then have the discount and everything. I actually don't have the means to deal with Mana Forger in this deck outside of Demonic Lure, so we kind of just got to let it rock. I wonder if the Emerald Rejuvenator should be like Dancing Blades or something as well. But this is only our second game on the deck, and we're going second, and we didn't draw like any early drops. We're just playing a 3-drop. So if that's Phoenix Fire, I'm kind of chill. Because we want them to die. Oh god, Tuskboar. Okay. I guess I just punch this and then play Emerald Rejuvenator. Versus Chassis. Yeah, it's better to play Chassis. Because it's spell immune, so I get better tempo against my opponent. And next turn, I have Rejuvenator plus Void Pulse on 5. And I can take a little bit more damage to make sure that I fully heal. Yeah, you've got to take 6 from the Tuskboar. And also, don't work for free. Like, if you wanna edit videos for somebody, like, you know, make a reel and make sure you charge them. Get that bag. Flameblood Warlock Inner Focus. This deck is aggressive beyond all comprehension. This is like the Songhai I was running, but they've got the Mana Forger in there. Yikes. Yikes. Is every Songhai running 3 boar? Probably the best ones do. I'm building my portfolio, so I'm doing it for free for now. So again, Emerald Rejuvenator plus Void Pulse is the play here. I'm playing the Emerald Rejuvenator behind me because of the Scarlet Viper combo. My opponent spammed 4 cards last turn and still is back up to 4 because of Heaven's Eclipse. I'm very terrified. That's a waste to just dump the 8 gates like that. What the hell? We get some healing off the Spectral Blade. There's like no reason not to just wait a turn and draw a couple more cards to do the 8 gates, right? What? 4, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1 off. I could use a Void Pulse. Nope, just Rejuvenator. What made you start streaming? I just really liked the game at first, Omen Shanka. All right, so my opponent has 2 cards in hand. I'm at 10 HP. Wow. But yeah, I started streaming because of Duelyst. At first, my laptop wasn't strong enough to stream. I could only record videos for YouTube. And then I eventually was able to build a PC.
Versus Abyssian.
The Ammo Rejuvenators, though, actually, I was wondering, should they be something else? And immediately saved my ass. We keep Demonic Lure in this matchup. Ooh, MECHAZ0R Assassin. We can beat Ironcliff with that. And from there, it just kind of snowballed. Like, I'm a very educational streamer, in my opinion. So it was nice to just be able to share my passion and also just, like, teach new players, which is, you know, it's come full circle. That's what I'm doing now for Duelyst 2. All the new players can come in and ask questions, and we build decks and analyze gameplay, and it's just been a blast all this time. I was a bambino back then. I had no facial hair. I had got a job working in the kitchen at a nursing home. To work there, you had to be clean shaven for food safety. And so I was just shaving my face. And then once the pandemic hit, you know, the beard grew. I'm going to take this mana tile and leave this one open because I want my opponent to walk away from my cannon of Mechazor. Do I want to hit? Yeah, I kind of do. Yeah, MECHAZ0R Assassin eventually gets nerfed to only destroy minions with 2 or less attack. But that's not until we get a really disgusting aggro build out of Abyssian that they have to nerf MECHAZ0R. My opponent's going into 5 mana, so if I want to play the Sword of Mechazor behind me to beat Dancing Blades. And I got to keep Demonic Lure against Ironcliff Guardian. That's 40, 60, 80, one more mech and we're solid. And I'll step down towards the mana. Just because if my opponent steps down to contest this, it makes it harder for them to play around Sword of Mechazor. They showed Tempest, so there could be like Tempest, Arclight Sentinel here to clear this, but if they use 2 cards for 1, then I'm feeling pretty good about myself. They'd also have to hit me to break the Spectral Blade so I don't kill their Arclight Sentinel, and so they end up losing that trade. Ironcliff Guardian. So we're going to throw you in the corner. Hoping for no Magnetize. My opponent's going to have 2-drop Holy Immolation next turn, so I'm going to play Helm of Mechazor here, get my diagonal positioning up. We could die if my opponent has Magnetized Divine Bond here. The Magnetize is a tech when you're running into a lot of Abyssian, and Abyssian is a little bit less common, especially at Diamond, right? At this like stage of the ladder. So my opponent either hasn't been forced, quote unquote forced, to run the Magnetize tech, or just didn't make room for it. Yeah, Lionar rewards incredibly strong fundamental play. And it just gets better and better. The, like, how do I put it? When you understand the way your power plays manipulate your opponent's lines of play, you begin to incorporate that into your developments, and the deck becomes even stronger. We had a player by name of R-Hacker who ended up joining the development team, who was the like undisputed king of just playing Divine Bond Argion. Everybody was like, man, you know, Divine Bond is not really that good in the current metagame, and he was always like S rank with it as his favorite deck. So Nether Summoning is minions that were destroyed this turn. So because all my stuff is cleared, it doesn't work. Scientist? Oh, I didn't know that Scientist was known for Divine Bond. Oh, this is really good positioning. 4, 6, 8. I die to a lot of stuff. So there's a world where I Demonic Lure to move this, and in Dark Terminus to clear this, just to save my skin. There's the Forbidden Greedy line of Sword of Mechazor consuming Rebirth. Wait, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we Demonic Lure you. Then I do this, consuming Rebirth. Give me my Mechazor! Hurry! Hurry! Rope Zig! Ah! Okay. We did it, chat. That animation took an eon. I almost roped it. Okay. I haven't played Duelyst in quite a few years, but so far all the cards seem familiar. Has the game evolved much? Well, we're basically rebooted. We're starting from scratch, right? In Duelyst 2, we have the core set, and some of the cards have been reworked, like Jaxi, Purgatos, Mind Steel, Reaper of the Nine Moons. A lot of cards that had like really obnoxious RNG effects got reworked to be a bit more normalized and add some counterplay to them and some manageability. But if you played Duelyst back in the alpha, beta, like super early test days, you kind of know that stuff like Tuskborn, Aggro, Burn Song High, and things of that nature were kind of just too strong. But suffice to say, they did give Vanar some love for its base set. If you remember, back in Duelyst 1 in the early days, Vanar was very, very bad. But they basically changed it so that Vanar has a better foundation. So Vanar is actually top of the metagame right now. So I need a couple more points of damage, because I can Dark Terminus. I do have Void Pulse in the deck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot my opponent. And the idea here is that I'm going to just use Dark Terminus on the Grandmaster Zir before I kill them. Or my opponent does the sick play and Tempests themselves here to reset the general onto Grandmaster Zir. I just started up today. What's the max level for each faction? It's like 65 or something. But I do suck with streaming. Also props for that. I recently started recording my games in a video/streaming style to later analyze. And man, I talk a lot of choppy nonsense. It's hard to concentrate on gameplay and displaying thoughts all at once. Yeah, I mean, I do the same thing. Getting distracted by chat is half of the fun. Streamers never complete their train of thought. Answering Mechazor? Oh, too bad. For a second there. Mechazor is Frenzy. Slag lethal.